Also tonight, the woman who fears her twin brother will be beheaded in Pakistan by kidnappers with suspected links to the Taliban.
The mother, whose autistic son died after being attacked in a street near his new home, is told no one will be charged with his death.
I was always led to believe that something would happen to him, even if it were a lesser charge of assault. But to find out nothing, I was just devastated.
A mother who moved her autistic son from his home in Leicester to escape a series of attacks has spoken of her anguish that no one is to be charged over his death.
18-year-old David Cox was left brain dead after he was attacked near their new home in Yorkshire. Julie Lockwood reports.
It's a bitter irony for Heidi Cox that she moved to Yorkshire to give her vulnerable son a better life. He died last June after a violent incident near their home. Now police have told his family that no one will be taken to court.
What annoys me is they had him for so long. They had him for 7 months. And I was always led to believe that something would happen to him, even if it were a lesser charge of assault. And I come to terms with that. But to find out nothing, I was just devastated.
David had Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism, and needed as much care as a young child. He was in the shopping precinct at West BESSACARR when he was knocked unconscious. 2 19-year-olds and an 18-year-old arrested by South Yorkshire Police have now been released without charge. No one here at the Crown Prosecution Service would be interviewed, but in a statement they said there was insufficient evidence for a realistic prospect of a conviction. 3 medical experts had each come to different conclusions about the precise cause of David's death, so a prosecution for murder or manslaughter wasn't possible. And for the lesser charge of assault, there'd also be difficulties because although there was evidence that 2 men had assaulted David, there was also evidence that they'd been acting in self-defence.
I think it should go to a jury. At the end of the day, if my son's done wrong, he's done wrong, but he didn't deserve to die, did he?
Heidi Cox had to endure a 7-month wait for her son's funeral. Could be months more before an inquest is held and she finds out how David died.
Julie Lockwood with that report.
A group of